Yes, as indicated, my name is Bartolomeo, and I'm the coordinator for Rural Farm Market Initiative, the local NGO in Ghana, West Africa. Yeah, before I proceed, let me ask you this question. Who of us here can say he or she has not eaten for the past 48 hours? Yes, you? Or you? Any volunteer? No. Yes, the silence alone in the room confirms the fact that yes, food is indeed a basic necessity of life. And we all need food to survive. However, food, which must be a basic necessity, is now a scarce commodity. Globally, over 800 million people are hungry. And these are all brothers and sisters, mostly in Africa. How do you reconcile this? We need food, indeed, to survive. This figure is even projected to increase by 2050. As you can see, the family are dying in the farm. This is how food is very important. This is what we call the food therapy. Food is indeed medicine. Now, migration. Migration is now a global epidemic. Something, if you don't check with practical measures, can render us all anemic. Migration anemic, can you imagine that? Yes, this is because as climate change changes, it affects food security. While there are so many drivers of migration, food insecurity is a major stakeholder. And we need to solve this as quickly as possible because we need to feed over 9 billion people by 2050. How do you do that based on smallholder farmers who are relying on coal and cutlasses in Africa? This is really an urgent issue as we are all sitting on time bombs. Is there any fact to substantiate this? Is it fact or myth? As climate change threatens global food security, so its direct effect on global migration. Globally, it is reported that there are about 300 million international migrants. And this figure is also projected to increase. So friends, as you can see, everything keeps increasing. Now, achieving the 4 P's. The 4 P's are basically the 4 pillars of food security. These are accessibility, availability, stability, and utility in the right sense. However, achieving the 4 pillars of food security calls for a multinational, a multi-sectoral approach, including you and me, not forgetting the youth in our various countries. Therefore, what are the youth? This is a question we keep asking. What are the youth? Globally, it is reported that there are over 1.3 billion youths, with the largest cohort in Africa and Asia. What are the youth? Let's meditate on this. In Africa, most of the youth are risking it all on the hot desert sands, the Sahara Desert, in search of economic securities. In Africa, some of the youths are risking it all on the boisterous seas, on the Mediterranean, in search of economic securities. Whilst our African fertile soil, our Ghanaian fertile soils lie idle, what then do you do? Any practical measures to solve this? Yes, we need to invest in entrepreneurial skills, training of so we can limit migration. Remember, migration is now part of our culture since Adam. We cannot stop migration, but we can limit the influx. And that's why we need to train the youth in Africa, in my community, in entrepreneurial training schools, so they can get something to eat. They can build their financial competencies to stay in the rural communities. The other thing we can do is to invest in rural development. In my community, most of the youth are moving to the cities because the rural communities are impoverished. And when they come to the cities and they don't get anything to do, they are deceived by agents, risking their lives on the seas. And most of these youth are being buried in the sea, outside places. So we need to invest in rural development. Now, agriculture and agri-food systems. As I indicated, food is a basic necessity of life. And we all need food to eat. So we need to invest in agriculture and agri-food systems so we can contribute to food security, because it is an issue of our time. The future is agriculture, and the future is the youth. Without agriculture, you will not survive. As a local NGO, most of the times we are overshadowed by the government. However, what we do are much, much important. At this point, we need your partnerships. As a local NGO, we have what we call the MAP side, which is Migration and Food Security Action Initiative. This is in component. We have the advocacy, agriculture, and the rest. This is what we have at the moment. Our call to action is what we call PASCO. The P means partnership. The S means sponsorship. Another S means support. And the CO means collaborations. If you are able to give us this support, we will manage migration in our local sense to avoid culminating into the international sense. Remember, I came with a pilot proposal, and at this point, we will be happy to get a partner to roll out this pilot proposal so we can limit migration and contribute to food security in the future. Remember, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step. Let's start today to see the results tomorrow. Thank you very much.